the fact that just over the weekend it was April Fool's Day, what has been some of your best or worst April Fool's pranks either you've participated in or unfortunately have been the the one being pranked?
Um, I'll be real. Oh, that's I wouldn't consider that a prank as much as a kid trying to get attention for okay. So this doesn't happen to
What?
so I now have to share the story. So
Yes, I'm
this didn't
intrigued.
happen to me. This happened to Mitch and a group of friends back in middle school days. So
Oh
years ago.
no.
Years ago.
Oh
And
no.
for some reason, the thing that kids would do, because every once in a while kids have some weird like challenge or
No,
whatever.
absolutely. It's
And for some reason
how to is this.
it was what?
Oh, no, sorry. I was saying, of course, I'm not surprised because that's how it always is.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
kids
yeah.
have these
Sorry. I thought you were
dumb
gonna
random challenges. Yeah.
yeah. For some reason ours was those like crystal light packets that you put in water?
Yeah.
You would you don't put it in the water, you take a shot of it essentially. Is that you just kind of throw it back. And for
Wait, just
some
the powder?
yes, because the powder tasted delicious to us. It was sugar. It was good. We're kids, okay? This is before technology got good enough. Okay, this is what we did for fun. So Mitch and like I would do it a
I
couple
love
times,
it.
but it was more so I think Mitch's age would do it, and he would do it a bunch, and his friends would do it at lunch time. Um,
Oh no.
and one kid did a Jello packet, and he tried to. Nobody egged him at all. Egged him on to do this.
Yeah.
He just brought it in and did it at the table. And essentially, if you want a good reaction, it's probably like if we did a cinnamon challenge. That's what I assumed would
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Because apparently red got everywhere on the table. And
Oh.
I don't know if they got in trouble or not, but I know enough that table was stained for a while. And I remember afterwards, because for some reason in those days, because buses were weird for some
Oh man.
reason. My
Yeah.
bus wanted to come later, so for some reason had to wait in the cafeteria. I
Yeah.
remember seeing that table for a while. I was like, "Oh, that's still red. That's pink.
That is
They're
awesome.
got to be a while for
I'm
that
not
gets
gonna
out."
lie. Where my mind first went when you said the brought the Jello was maybe the teacher mistakenly thought he was trying to do a Jello shot or something.
No, 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 Jeff.
I
That's
don't
years away. That's
know.
years down the road.
I don't know. You never know with kids.
No, you never know. You never know if you go to a party and your friend happens to make a refrigerator full of Jello shots.
No, you never know. You never know. Oh man, that's
But yeah,
awesome.
I wouldn't consider that really a
It's
prank
not necessarily a prank, but it's
because
just
the
a
kid
funny
did
story.
it himself. But
Yes,
and
it's
honestly,
just a
to your
very funny
question,
story.
I honestly don't think I've ever done a prank or been really pranked.
I was gonna say I couldn't
Really,
see you
the
pranking
only
anybody, but someone pranking you maybe, but then they would probably feel bad about it because it's like you
at
don't
the end of the day, I
bother
wouldn't.
anybody,
I
so
don't.
like
But at the end of the day, also wouldn't care if it's funny enough.
that's true.
Um,
Yeah, I've
I guess
had
there's
yeah
it's again, it's not really a
I've had a
prank,
few.
but back in years ago, back in our college days, but my sister and Mitch were back at home for some reason. And when what's it called? Mischief night was a big thing,
Yes.
like before Halloween. They want to participate, and I've told the story before, during the Halloween times. Um, and they TP'd our own house because they wanted to participate. And a
I
car
remember
cut,
that.
yes, and they got scared because a car came by and they
They thought it
dove
was a cop.
down. Yeah, no, they just saw a car and got scared and just dove to the
Oh,
ground because it was dark out
that's awesome. I
because
love
they
that.
didn't want to get caught TPing their own house
That's fair.
because
That
they didn't want
I
to.
forgot about
I
that one.
guess the thought process was they didn't want to be mean enough to TP somebody else's house, so they're just going
Yeah,
to
I
TP
get
one of the
that.
trees in the front yard. That was
There
their
you go.
kind of thought
I love
process.
that it wasn't even the house. It was a tree in the front yard.
Yes, it
That's the
was.
best. That's awesome.
Yes, but I guess
Yeah, no,
that's
I
it.
definitely
I
had a
got nothing
few.
else.
Unfortunately, I've been a part of a few. Meaning, I was one being pranked. So, two that comes right to mind. They both are food related. One
I can think about the
was,
Joe thing. Yeah.
yeah, I wanted to do it. No, Dwight didn't. Someone didn't put my stapler in Jello. So, but no.
Oh, you got to
So
eat it out.
yeah. Oh man. But no. So the first one, actually, both of them was when I was around elementary school time. Anyway, one of them was, if not the second, the one that I definitely happened later is either fifth grade, if not middle school. So still relatively young. My brother took Oreos, took out all of the icing for not just like a couple Oreos, every single Oreo in the pack, except for like two left.
Mm-hmm.
He replaced the uh the icing, you whatever, and the Oreo with toothpaste. And laying in and unfortunately I was one of those that got a toothpaste filled Oreo. And when I tried, I was like, something doesn't taste right about it. Like, I don't know why it tasted weird. I tried another. I was like, no, it's both of these so far. I'm like, all right, I'm just not going to eat them. When I got home, we're all getting ready to get set up for dinner. I think my dad comes in and he looks pissed, and I mean, he looks pissed. And we're all like, oh, like I guess he had a bad day at work or something
Question.
like that.
Question.
I can answer
Question.
that in a second, maybe.
Okay. Okay.
And so, and this probably answers that. So he goes, all right, we're going to leave this off with a question first for everybody. Now, I don't know who started this, but from now on, here on out, I don't know who it was, but no more tampering with food for April Fool's Day ever. And I was like, what? And Mike just starts laughing. He's trying to hold it in. And look, I'm like, he's up to something. And he goes, I don't know which one of you did it, but one of you replaced the filling in the Oreos with toothpaste. I'm not happy. And Mike just starts laughing. And so he got yelled at because of that. So yeah. So yeah,
As
my
you would.
my dad also got a toothpaste filled Oreo.
I was gonna say my question was gonna be, did he give you the same face he gave in that picture when you
Nope.
went on vacation? No, it wasn't like that.
No. No. Really bad that. The second one though, this one was my dad who was the one who pranked us. I was very, very young, like first grade maybe when this happened, and he used to work in Delaware at one point, and at least where the job was, and so every so often he
So
would come
6-year-old
home.
Jeff.
Yes,
Quick math.
and good math, unlike Brian's math. Okay,
I said
keyword.
quick. I said quick math
Oh,
because I
quick
said it
math.
like 20 minutes after you said it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I said, I think somewhere around there. I don't know.
Mm.
Probably. Who knows? I was young enough though, and my dad comes home every so often. He would come home with a box of Krispy Kreme donuts. Sure enough, comes home with the box of Krispy Kreme donuts. We're super excited. We open up the box. And I was so excited we got donuts that I couldn't even wait for him to get into the house. I was in the middle of the garage. We opened up the box. And I was so excited. I go, donuts, this is awesome. They were Play-Doh donuts. My brothers and my mom immediately started laughing. They thought it was funny. I tried to take it a step further. I was super young. I tried to eat it. I
Mm.
tried to eat a donut. I even yelled, I call it the green one because the green Play-Doh donut. Green was my favorite color growing up. So, I was like, oh, yeah, I call the green. I literally start to reach to grab for the donut, and my brother had like smacked the donut out of my hand because I was full on about to eat it. Yeah, so I was rather upset when they told me I couldn't eat the Play-Doh donut. I didn't understand why at the time. Like I said, I was very young. So that was one of the meanest ones that my dad pulled off, but it was one of the more clever ones.
Yeah, that's pretty clever.
So
Especially if you're
I,
young
I
enough, because I feel like young
exactly
enough
that's what I mean.
like
Why do you think I was so mad?
you
I
young
didn't
enough
get
I
my
could
green
see
Play-Doh
you
donut.
falling
I
for
was
it,
mad.
but with your brothers being older, I could see them be like, yeah, that's not obviously
Yeah, we exactly. But
because
they're
there's
old
clearly
enough
a
to
difference
understand.
between actual donuts and Play-Doh
Yes,
donuts.
especially when the donut is completely green and bumpy like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Young Jeffrey did not understand that concept.